back on the YouTube channel. Come back on the YouTube channel. Oh yes. Welcome to a new episode. Guys, so this is gonna change from two black girls with a YouTube channel to another black girl with a YouTube channel. Sorry guys. Welcome. So I guess sorry we didn't upload for 2 weeks. You know, life. Life has been lifing. We have seen it all in this life, right? So guys, two black girls YouTube channels come to an end. But oh wait, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Mascardi and Prima Pete is not close by. Yeah, life happened, as I said before, but best believe Prima Pete will be our special guest in our near few episodes. Yes, so this channel will be ran by me. Yes, and I will have to learn how to be an editor because Prima Pete will do a great job as an editor. Yeah, so since the new name of the channel will be another black girl with the YouTube channel, I almost said podcast. That's another goal. We wanna be podcasting this, but I'm not sure if I really want to do a podcast. But yeah. So on today's, with that being said, I hope you guys had a lovely week because we had a great week. I'm so used to say we, but me and Pio and Pete, we're still friends. We're still together, we still live together, we still go crazy together. We still do almost everything together. So yeah. This episode, I'm going to talk about a female gynecologist who almost ruined my life, if I can say. Not necessarily ruined my life, but she didn't take my problem as severe as it is. So, baby girl here, you know, as females, we go through this thing called menstruation, right? So, my menstruation started being bad, giving me bad severe pains, back pains, joint pains. I used to have like a great flow of periods with minimal pain. Out of nowhere, August 2021, I think. That's where everything changed. I was heavy flowing, finishing a pack of pads within 4 hours. I think so. No, not 4, I'm being dramatic. Probably in 6 hours, I would finish a pack of 8 pads inside. So, went to this gynecologist in Pretoria. This man didn't even know what he was doing. He could have just said I had blood clots, but no. He was like, oh no, you have hormones. He's prescribed me these other contraceptives, which made my periods worse. So I went from going on heavy periods for 4 days to going on heavy periods for 7 days. Not for 7 days, for 2 weeks. I was even going for 2 weeks at this point after the prescription of that doctor. Got periods for 2 weeks. I went back home and I was like, Mom, these pills are not working. And bear in mind, at that time I was doing my last year. I was doing my, not 2021 though. It was 2022 when I went to the gynecologist. Early 2022. It was 2021. I was like, I'm gonna gun this. I didn't know what was wrong with me, but all I knew was that it's going down. But and then yeah, it was a uncomfortable situation. And then I went back home. The gynecologist there was like, you have a growth inside your womb, and I was like, dang it, I can't do an operation because I had to do a certain operation. You know, forgot the name. But apparently they cut the growth from the inside and then they take out the dirt, the growth out, you know. So I couldn't do that. So I was like to him, and the worst thing was when we went there, I was on a Wednesday, and then that Friday I had to come back for classes. So I couldn't do that operation, right? That being said, because of my periods, I missed like 2 weeks of school because I couldn't do anything. I'd vomit nothing. Do you know when you want to vomit but you have nothing to vomit because you didn't eat for 3 days, but you still want to vomit? That was my life. So 2022, I failed a few modules because of my situation, and worst thing, that was like the worst day of my life because mentally I was going down a spiral. At school there was a lot of work and I'm missing out on a lot. Got by my period pains, they have me on chokehold. Like, I would not go back to that year. That year was the worst year for me. So that being said, then 2023 comes. Mom, you speak about the growth the whole December. I'm like, I want to do my operation December. We'll go to Eastern Cape. It was the vacation I needed. I was like away from my stress, the city life. Went to the Macayas and enjoyed myself. And I relaxed, came back, repeated my few modules, and which was the last year, 2023. So I come back later 2023. I'm like, all right, Mama, I think my schedule is no more as hectic as it was last year, and I think I'm in a better place. Let me come home, do the operation that time. Mom was like, no, Pretorian doctors are great, you know. So I go to a Jacaranda hospital. I'm like, I wanna book an appointment with the gynecologist there, and they're like, oh no, you need to go to your GP, and then you need to come with they give me the prices and everything. I'm like, fine. Find a GP here, the side where I stay. Go to the Mr. Man. Mr. Man is like, hey girl, I see growth or growths in there. I don't know, but you have a fibroid and I don't deal with this, so I'm gonna send you to your gynecologist. I'm like, oh no, I wanna go to Jacaranda because it's right here. He's like, nah, the guy in here is too old. You need someone fresh. So me, I'm like, because I don't think I'll be comfortable with a man. No. Because I didn't think man could relate to us in terms of periods like that. So I was like, listen, I will. And he's like, okay, since I'm going to suggest you to a gynecologist, do you want a female or a male? And I'm like, I want a female, you know. So first me, go there, book an appointment. And they're like, no, she's here on Wednesdays and Fridays. So I'm like, on Wednesday, book an appointment for in the morning. And they're like, no, you don't take appointments. You just need to come as soon as possible. That's apparently. I climb away, get there, there's people. I go inside with a letter from my GP telling her that I have a fibroid inside me. And this doctor's like, oh, no, heavy menses. Yeah, a lot of women go through it. They're quite normal. So if a person goes through their menses, we usually give them like contraceptives so that we can balance out the hormone. I was so mad, and I was like, so what about the growth that the doctors were there? And she goes like, no, we can't. She takes me to the scan first before she tells me about menses. So she takes me to the scan, and she's like, I can't see anything on my scan. That means there's something inside your womb. So instead of booking me something to remove whatever's inside my womb, she gives me a prescription of contraceptives. So she's like, yeah, so we either give you a pill or an injection, but the difference with the pill is that it attacks both hormones, but with the injection it's gonna attack this one and then the other one. So I'm like, you know what, my sister, can you please? She's like, okay, I'm gonna give you some iron pills, and then I'll give you some magnesium because you have no blood. Yeah, by the way, I was losing blood. I had apparently I didn't have blood. Like I was out without, but my blood count was low basically. So the sister there, me, you know, it's okay, fine. I go, okay, fine. I choose the injection. Did I not go for move from 7 days of my periods to a whole month? I went for it the whole month. I went to that doctor. I was like, oh, what else? Your contraceptive has given me periods for the whole month. I can't stop bleeding now. I can't. And then she prescribed me pills that stop bleeding. Apparently, there's pills that can stop people from bleeding.
What?
Questionable. And then she's like, okay, I'm gonna take you here so that I will scrape your womb. There might be growths, and then I go in, submit myself to the hospital. A few days later after that interaction, I go and I had to go undergo a blood transfusion for a day, and then after that, the next day it was, she even forgot to book me again. Then I tell you, she was like, I should go submit myself in the hospital on Thursday evening. Thursday, it was close to evening because I went there around 3. She forgot to tell the hospital that the child is coming for a surgery to scrape her womb. So now the nurses there had to call her and be like, hey, there's a girl here who says use you. I'm like, fine, game. We go the next day. She scrapes, she gets there, she finds a beautiful fibroid sitting in the middle of the child's womb.
Wow.
And then she's like, come back. Guys, I don't know what they did, but immediately after I left the theater, I woke up because of pure pain and wanting to vomit and being in so much pain. And then she's like, oh yeah, when we did that, when we was going to scrape it, we couldn't do anything because when we got there, we found a little blood clot there that the pills apparently stopped. And then she was like, and then we found a fibroid. It's a bit huge. She showed me the fibroid. And she's like, yeah, so you have to come back to the office so that we can book you an appointment with the doctors that are good at removing a fibroid. Woman, I got mad because I was like, I came here and I told you that I had a growth. I've been to 2 doctors before and they both said I have a growth, especially this last one. The last one told you I have a fibroid. That was something you were supposed to treat in the first place, but she didn't. She was like, nah. And then I came back, she took me to a scan again. She's like, oh, here's your fibroid here in the middle. Yeah. So we're gonna do this vasectomy. I think that's what she said, I'm not sure. And then I'm like, okay, my mother. She's like, yeah, so when can you do it? Because we need to do this as fast as possible. Because if we don't, it's gonna cause you a lot of menses. You're gonna carry on with these menses and you're gonna be in so much pain and you're gonna lose blood. Okay, I'm jealous. It was in May. Just for May, right? So I tell her, I was like, I can't do anything now because I'm writing exams in June. So I will ask that, can I do it on the last day of June? Because that's my last exam and I'm finishing at 11. So can I book myself like to do it in the afternoon? Around 2. She's like, okay, I will book the appointment for you and then I'll send you the details. Did she? No. What she did, this lady called the medical aid, did an authorization, and then this Aussie, she did authorization on the medical aid, and then she didn't do anything. She didn't call the hospital that was supposed to do a vasectomy. Something happened, anyways, and she didn't call me. So I kept the whole of June. I kept calling this lady's reception, asking them about a way forward. I was like, hey, listen, I came this other day, and she said she's gonna book me an appointment. She didn't. So what now? Where to from here? And then the guy was like, oh no, I'll ask her. She didn't come back to me. I called again. She didn't come. Then I realized that this lady doesn't take my situation serious. I told my mom, I'm like, hey mama, I guess I gotta thug my periods out now. And the worst thing about those periods is that painkillers didn't even work themselves. So I go back home. As I go back home, my mom I go through my episode of periods. She's like, hello, your sister was going to this gynecologist when she was pregnant. We're taking you there. We go there. Mr. Man looked at me and he's like, you have no blood. What's going on? And I'm like, apparently I explained the whole ordeal with this lady, and he asked me who's the gynecologist. I tell him that it's Mrs. Ma'am, and he's like, oh, I know, I heard about her. Takes me, he's like, okay, fine, this is a scan. It was on a Monday. He's like, Thursday, come back, we're booking you for an operation on Friday. Thursday, we're gonna give you a blood transfusion, and then I got my fibroid removed. Not a fun process to do, waking up in the morning to the pain, because one thing about me, free information, I don't know if you watched the first episode, I told you I hate pain. I hate it. So it was painful, and the worst thing about this whole thing, I had to give myself an injection every day. Can you imagine? Like, I genuinely, you know, see one thing about me, as much as I hate pain, the pain that I hate most is subtle pain. Like the pain that it's not painful, but it's painful. Like those when you go and donate blood and then just to test your iron or your sugar. I hate, or when you go for HIV testing and then I hate the pain. Like I genuinely feel like if you wanna be painful, don't tease me. So yeah, and then my whole life I've heard people complain about female gynecologists, and I was like, now these people are crazy. No, I don't think they're that bad. And then until I had my first experience, and the funny thing is that when I reviewed this gynecologist, because Pika Mampeta was like to me, review this gynecologist online before you go. And when I reviewed it, there was this lady that wrote there. She was like, oh no, this gynecologist is not as good. Or she's not good because she was pregnant and then took her, and then she had a complication in the pregnancy, and then she misdiagnosed, and then after that she didn't apologize for the misdiagnosis.
Wow.
Is that a word? I don't know, but she didn't apologize for that, and she took a lot of money, and then she actually had to go to another gynecologist. And Pam Pet was like, are you sure you want to go to this lady? And I was like, yeah, why not? I mean, it's just one person with a bad review. Well, I can now agree with that person, that lady. Oh, the worst thing about that lady, guys, she doesn't care. Like, you can't tell me you open your offices at 8:30 and you, as a gynecologist, you come, knowing that you have tons and tons of patients waiting for you and they need your help, and then you're feeling 11. I was so angry. I was like, who does that? It's like a snake, we are doing like that's what, she just, but that's my story with a female gynecologist. And I'm not saying all of them are bad, but I'll just say, if you see a negative review about them, take it to consideration when you go, because see, I gave her a benefit of the doubt, and it came and bit me back on my butt, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's the story that I'm gonna share with you guys today. And this is so weird for me because I know that we share a story and then we play a game, but I guess, I don't know, I'm still gonna figure out what to do after I share my stories with you guys. Oh yeah, and I want to just inform you guys that we will be including a little bit of vlogging as well, if need be. And my background is gonna change as often as you can see, probably, I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, guys, so because I'm not gonna play a game alone, or I'm gonna figure out games that I can play by myself, right? I just wanted to ask you a question, guys, like as much, because I know there's like conspiracy theories that go, like, there's a conspiracy theories, like I just want to know, guys, like, do you guys take them seriously? Because conspiracy theories, they make sense until you actually sit down and you start thinking, like, do they really make sense? Like for example, this Mandela one, that Mandela died in jail, and then when he came out, it's not the same Mandela that Winnie got married to, so they divorced. And then this one is a fake Mandela. You know, almost like Mandela, like you know, when you think about it, you're like, But when you actually think about it, do they really, like, when you sit down and think, like, nah, as much as this might sound right, but you're also not making sure, like, it's giving loophole. There's a loophole you're not closing. I'm just asking, I'm just saying, like, but one thing I will say, nobody in this world fascinates me, like conspiracy theories. Like, these people overthink. I don't even know how they come up with these theories. They do work over time. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed my story. We don't have a reaction person, but hopefully we'll work on that soon. And yes, guys, thank you so much for supporting us the past few weeks and watching our videos. I love y'all. Pinkham and Petty loves y'all, and she appreciates y'all, guys. From me to y'all, we love y'all. Bye.